Good morning, Damon. What's up, brother? What's up, Jude? Zubac Bang, like, what do you do? How would you get like 4 rebounds or some shit? What's up, Burrito? It's outrageous. The one time you bet on him, you get 6. Well, the one time I bet on Jokic 20 points, he gets like 12. Has 11 at the half and finishes the game with 12. Outrageous, bro. Outrageous. What's up, Tech Bots? What's up, Junko? Good morning, my friend. Good morning, brother. How about you? Good. Full weekend of sold my parlay. Worst losing streak. Bro, Ryan, when are you gonna put me on, bro? I feel like we talk about this every single time. Yeah, this week was tough, bro. I had a good like Friday, and I just gave it back all Saturday, Sunday. We wish it was bad for the map. Yeah, for sure. In my opinion, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I bet, bro. DM me, bro. Nah, you good. It's not that serious. Holy shit, Bruce Wayne joined. Um, okay. Not wasting any time. I'm gonna remark out all my levels. So just remember that once 9:30 comes, right, we're gonna minimize the chat. So if you have any questions, ask now. Had a bit of backtesting session on Saturday, but how did the rest go? It was pretty good backtesting session. Can't complain. 949.25. 949.25. 949. No, it was good. It was good, yeah. I'll probably do more of those. I feel like, I don't know. You think we're going down more? We're feeling, I think we move up higher a little bit, but we'll get into bias. We'll get into bias. Just give me a sec. Um, so we've already reached TGIF 20%. Let me just mark out all the key levels, and then we'll talk about what I'm gonna look for today. Then we'll answer any questions, and we'll minimize the chat. Wait for the model. That's it. How's the book going? The book. Oh, I'm actually reading a little bit more now, so it's going good. I'm gonna read right after Livestream. Yep, no news Monday. I don't think anything else matters for today. Go to the 15-minute chart. It's looking like a seek and destroy day. What's my bias? I think we're gonna range today. So I'll be looking for my range model. Will not be looking for any reversal models, and will not be looking for any protraction models. Today it's looking like it's gonna range. So seek and destroy. This is where we opened. This is where we closed. You did your bias? No, not really. How do you draw those straight lines? These are all horizontal rays, so those ones are automatically straight. But if you just hold shift on the line, then it'll draw straight as well. I'm gonna make this red. I don't want to even see it come up there. We should probably just stay in the majority of this range. Yeah, nothing much more than that. Okay. Let me just make sure my new day opening gap annotation is correct. Yes, should be good. Okay, so bullish bias. What? I didn't say that. Bro, I have a question. Once I see 20, it's just enough or I need more? I would keep watching until you feel like you have a model that you can stick with for the rest of your life. If you do that in 8 episodes, and then you found out that you like the model, then you don't need to watch more, bro. Me personally, I watched everything, but that's only because I couldn't find a model and stay comfortable with it. I felt like I needed to more and more, and then eventually the pieces started clicking. So you don't have to watch all of ICT. I'm looking to play this range, guys. I just want to play this range. Yes, I was. I'm mad. I wanted to ask him about his profit taking because I was literally writing up my final plan. I want to see how he did it, but he didn't answer, so not a big deal. Oh yeah, you're right. It's NWAG. My apologies. I like it when the sizing is really small. Hopefully you guys can still see. I can see. What's your daily? What do you mean my daily? My daily what? 4 days to pass my funded? I think I also have 4 days, so I'm going to be increasing the risk. Oh, what's up, 2 chains? Is that 2 chains, 2 chains? What's up, brother? Guys, I ate a freaking pancake, and I don't know how. I swear I didn't get any maple syrup, but somehow my finger's sticky, bro. This week is either going to cook or get cooked? Well, yeah, duh. No? Isn't that every week? I got fucked left and right on this PA in London from plus 1,000 to minus 1,000. Sounds like you made a mistake, brother. What's up, Zicky? What's up, Ricardo? Yo, if there's an S&P and took a clean AS and now should I then trade ES? No. Opposite. it depends. If you're going short and NQ did not take out the liquidity higher, then technically NQ is the weaker asset. Me personally, I just always trade NQ, and then if I always trade NQ because of the volatility, I don't want to, like, sometimes ES just gets hella slow and I don't like it. So I'll always trade NQ, and then I just look at ES. If I have to close the trade early or I see something on ES that tells me, like I'm framing the trade based off ES, I just entered on NQ. What's ICT's model? Which one? He has like 500. So if theta, we have two analogs in proximity, they create this kind of conditions, consolidating, seeking short profiles. I think because we expanded 600 points on Friday, that's why we're gonna have these conditions. And it's also a no news Monday, so this is, in my opinion, 100% expected. I was along, let's move up to 2 hours. Nice, bro, nice. For first presentation, 1 minute. The first fair value gap you see after 9:30 on the 1 minute is the correct annotation. The one he uses? He uses whatever one he wants. Are you the one he's using right now and teaching in 2025? Is that what you mean? Right now, he's only using like first presentation, new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps. Please tell me I'm so late to the charts. Tell me bias, range day, bro. Gonna range. Friday expanded insanely. Oh shoot, I never posted the charts. No, I'm as soon as 9:30 comes, I'm minimizing chat. As soon as 9:30 comes, I am minimizing chat. And then that's it. We're gonna focus up. Yeah. Otherwise, I just won't trade as good. So Choppy, how are you? Do you get any true targets to get to? New week opening gap would be good. Previous week's low would be good. I also like these equal highs. Like I said, if this depends on the range. If we go lower and sweep sell side, I don't expect it to keep going and going and going. So I don't mind looking for longs. But if we go higher, these are all my key levels, and I'm willing to trade towards any of them. Have you covered bias? Just a range day. Simple. Not much more to cover. We expanded insanely on Friday. Today is a no news Monday. Either I expect a retracement towards Friday's equilibrium or like this. If we're going to expand, like we might get a small expansion this way, but that's it. Are the equal highs still good? Yes, they're still good. Unless you're truly bearish toxic and you're saying this is high of day and everything else is a protraction, then the SMT does not matter. I don't know where the SMT is. I'm assuming it was at the highs, but I didn't even check. I'm just going to post it for you guys. I think about daily CFTC. Yeah, it could offer lower prices. I think the minor sell side on the daily can be taken at a minimum. Today, every trade we're taking will be closed at 2R. This is how I take profits on days I expect range. So 2R, fixed close every single trade on a day like this. Euro USD, I'm bullish. I think we reached that monthly fair value gap. All right, time to minimize chat. Is there any last question? What's up, brother? Bro, if you got your 2R, bro, that's it, bro. You go back to sleep, enjoy the day, bro. I'm expecting sales. Yeah, maybe. Gold going wild. Nice, that's cool. All right, we're gonna minimize. What's the bias? I'm expecting a range day. All right, hopefully I didn't miss any too important questions. I'm gonna minimize the chat now. We have 2 minutes going into the open. Chat's minimized, so if you have any questions, just save them. You can join the free Discord. You can ask them there. I pretty much always reply to every DM, so you can DM me, you can add the Discord. These are the levels I'm looking for. And I don't want to be drawing out stuff like the minor sell side. Like, it's possible, but I really don't want to be putting myself in a position where I'm trading expecting a large expansion. I don't want to do that. We're going to be risking 500 on every trade this week until we pass or fail the account. If we come Wednesday or Thursday and we don't pass or fail, then I'm going to have to just full port it. And then going forward, if I'm going to make sure this doesn't happen again, because it kind of defeats the purpose. If we had a good run on this account, then I'm just going to send it. So going forward, if you're not in the Discord, and it's up to you, but I posted my entire risk management plan for evaluation and funded phase, as well as my take profit plan and stop loss management. So if you guys want to use that, then you can. Just know that this is what I'm going to be doing. So obviously we kind of butcher these accounts. In my opinion, you shouldn't put yourself in a position where you're just going to have to full port the account at the end of the day because you don't want to pay the rebuild. If that's going to happen, then you just got to increase your risk from the get-go, right? But unfortunately, I did put myself in that position. So we'll be risking 500. And if we don't pass by Thursday, then Thursday probably we'll just send it. Anyways, we have a 40 seconds to the open here. I think we're going to have a very small opening range gap, if I'm not mistaken. We closed at 2683. Okay, not the worst gap. It's still a decent opening range gap. So we can target that as well. Damn, look at those regular trading hours, bro. That's awful. I like these equal highs. Did we take these equal highs? Oh, I'm tripping. All right, 15 seconds to open. I'm going to be marking the last, pretty much the last level. You know what? I think we should just make this like, just use a one color. Do like a faint. Something like that. Let me just do it like that. Okay, so you mark out the close of yesterday, the open of today. That's not faint enough. Sorry guys, OCD. I can't. It's got to be very. I don't want it to just like be popping up on my chart. So that's good. I know you guys can probably barely see it, but 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. I like that 75 overlapping with new week opening gap. So right now, ideally, we look for a short. If we can move higher, take out some buy side. We don't have any imbalances on the 15. We're inside this 15-minute order block, so any move higher, maybe we can expect this to hold for now. And then we can look for a short. I actually made this a little too faint. Let's just do it like this. So just going to look to see if we can get a move higher, then we can look for a short. So I'm just trying to meet the criteria of my range model. That's pretty much it. Nothing else. So far pretty uneventful. No real volatility. So already just seeing these kind of candles, how they're forming very slowly with wicks, I'm already starting to think that it's pretty gonna be a pretty difficult morning session. Whenever you don't see fair value gaps, it's kind of like a red flag. So like, let's see, are we gonna form this or are we gonna close it up? Hopefully we form this. This would be your first presentation. Okay, we're getting that move higher like we wanted. Damn, wait, we go a lot higher. So we took out this high. That's kind of what I was looking for. The thing is, for me to look for a short now, yeah, we'd have to come back and inverse this. So Not to tan our hands for a bit. I'm not gonna turtle soup this. You could hypothetically, but today's not the day to be aggressive. And honestly, it's not one of my models anymore. I don't like it. If we inverse this, yeah, we can probably go short. $26 points. 26 points is 26. Oh, of course we're gonna send it. That inversion's crazy. Too low right now. Be a 9 micro trade. Just remember, guys, I'm trading on my Top Step accounts. Yeah, this is gonna go. We'll see if we can get a fill here. If it wakes up, because we did get the CISD, so it really does meet my criteria. All right, we're gonna short it here. So just remember, I'm trading on the Top Step X, so I executed here. So very early range model, but we got the CISD, we got the inversion. Stop loss covers the inversion candle, and I'm looking for 75% org as my first objective. So yeah, about 1R is my first partial, so I'll secure some. And if we get full gap closure, like that can be nice as well. I want to see speed. I want to see speed. I want to see 930 volatility carry this trade. Because I'm not expecting the session to be good. So if 930 can give us that main range for the day, that's good. I want to see this gap be a breakaway. I want to see speed to 50%, 75%. Obviously not the best risk reward on the fill, but I can't hold it for 2R. I'm just going to have to close it at the 1.5 or wherever this is. Obviously the stop loss isn't going to be all the way up there. It's going to be like at this inversion. It doesn't have to cover the full high. But we did get an immediate rebalance there. I want to see this candle speed up. Small inbound, volume imbalance. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. We do have London lows resting. Like this level right here is a really good partial. Like this, there's just so many things telling us that we can come here. Ideally, we close below the previous candle's low, but it's not a big deal if we don't. But this line, I want to see if we close below this line or not. I want to see speed on the next candle. I want to see 75%. Because I want to see a willingness to go to 75. We have to keep an eye out on ES. Looks like we're getting that speed that I predicted. I'll be taking my partial soon. We really just got, oh, we got an SMT right there. Gonna wait for this to poke through. All right, that's my first partial. So we took off, I took off some right there. I'm gonna leave the stop where it is. I'm gonna bring it like right here. There's like a pretty weird breaker in here, but there is a breaker, so I'll leave the rest for like lower. But that's a pretty much break-even trade now, so. So notice I haven't touched my stop loss. I took a partial, but I haven't touched my stop loss. So this is like, I'm technically break even right now because of the partial. The reason I haven't touched my stop is because I don't want to break. This doesn't make sense to break even here. I want to see if we could reverse here, yeah, but I want to see, can we get a full gap closure? Can we maybe get new week opening gap low? Can we get to previous week's low? You know what I'm saying? So you can look at quadrants. So 50% new week opening gap maybe. And it's still bearish, right? We have the bearish order block right there. Hopefully this bearish order block holds. This one right here. So partial's taken. I like the wick here. So yeah. Final target would be previous week's low. I wouldn't hold anything past previous week's low. To be honest, I'd probably close it before previous week's low. I'm looking at London lows, which is already taken. I'm looking at the 50% level of new week opening gap. So let's remove these for now. So 50% and 100% of opening range gap is what I'm looking at. So I want to see, do we get a full gap closure? If so, I'll partial again. I'll partial again at 100%. So far we're consolidating. So this is my classic model. And it's pretty much the only other model you can trade if it's a range day bias. You cannot trade reversal. You cannot trade protraction. Well, you can. Just depends if you think it's going to expand or not, right? But I don't think it's going to expand. Right now, I just want to see the 9:30 volatility kick in and before the macro, before 10 a.m., deliver a full gap closure. I want to see us respect this propulsion block. So you can see this one held nicely. I want to see, does this one also hold nicely? So I'm looking at this. I'll draw it with blue lines. This and this. Does it continue to stay heavy? I'm going to scan the 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. Looks like we're forming a 5 minute bearish. We could bring the stop to the 5 minute bearish fair value gap second candle. Which is the reason I'm scanning. So if you read my notes, you know how I manage my stop now. So I like my stop at 247.25. Covers this wick a bit as well. So if you go back to the Discord, I posted exactly when I'm gonna manage my stop loss. And if we get a really solid candle close, I'll probably just manually close and we can maybe re-enter. Nothing wrong with looking for a re-entry. But if you read my post on Discord, you should already know exactly how I'm going to manage my position. And I'm pretty sure I said specifically, once we form that 5 minute PD array, I'm going to trail my stop to that level because it makes sense. If we're going to have a 5 minute fair value gap, we shouldn't trade into that candle's high. So notice I did not touch my stop until that happened. But like I said, if we get a very solid candle close, disrespecting like here and here, like I want to see the speed up. Right now we're slowing down. We are just accumulating though, so it's fine. But I am looking to close. I think I'm going to take another partial here. Although I really do think it's going to go lower, I'm going to take another partial. I'm going to take another partial. just because it's going sideways. The 930 volatility is not kicking in. And I'll just look to final close the position somewhere in this range. Somewhere in this range, I'll look to final close. So just they ended up being a little bit more than, we can almost get to 2R here actually, so let's see. But all right, I'm gonna wait for this to stab through. That's full gap closure. I want to see if this stabs through. That should have been a partial. Look at ES. Like, see how ES stabbed through? That's what I wanted NQ to do. NQ just didn't stab. I don't know. ES got a really good candle. Like, ES would have been a nice fill there. But I think we'll just let this one go. We secured one, and we had lows. So, and I don't like how NQ wicked. Look at ES, so much better. Was there bearish SMT? Nah, they're pretty much the same. Still bearish order flow. Not looking to close this. I like my stop where it is. Gonna look to get that final closure. There's no point in taking any more partials. I will just close the rest of the position. Any minute now, I'm looking to close. Looking for a reason to close. I don't want to hold this too much, right? Remember we said range day. We said range day. Very solid candle. Looking at the 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. So the 5 minute just formed. We can see if that 5 minute wants to deliver lower pricing. So this is a 5 minute SIBI. We just touched it. If you're bearish, this would be your protraction model setup. If you're expecting continuation, but like I said, I don't look for protraction on days like this. So we'll see. I'm hoping this 5 minute can deliver lower. It doesn't need to, which is why I've already taken a partial, 2 partials. But I'm looking at this 5 minute bearish for value gap. This one right here. Notice how I include the volume imbalance as well, which is why my stop is where it is. It's just pretty much covering the high of that 5 minute. I like it right there, 745. And I got a better fill. No, I didn't actually. These candles look really solid and bullish, so I'm a little bit skeptical that it just goes, but again, no reason to close. Still inside the 5 minute. So we can watch this on the 5 minute. A nice wick. Want to see this candle flip. So right now what I'm looking at is, do we close below the fair value gap on the 5? So do we close below it? And if so, do we get some speed towards this body? If we can come back below this body, that's a good sign that we get some continuation. Also, obviously, if we inverse this 1 minute fair value gap, that would be your protraction model. I feel like some of my students would probably take that, but hopefully they understand that it's range day. If we do get the inversion, I will trail my stop to this level. Start seeing some speed. If we're going to reject the 5, right? You want to see the 5 minute close bearish. We haven't even touched the 1 minute bullish fair value gap, so obviously we do not want to see that become a breakaway gap. I want to see the swing high put in here. Could secure 2R any minute now if I wanted to. I'm gonna pay attention to this. This wouldn't have been I could have full closed the position here. It would have given me like 1.8985 R, like pretty much 1.8 R, almost 2 R. So like in hindsight, I could have probably just closed it here, and I wouldn't have had to deal with this. Not that this doesn't make sense to do, but remember, first thing I said today was I'm expecting a range day. So would it make sense that we don't continuously make lower lows? Yes, it would make sense. So I'm just watching this imbalance. I want to see it inverse. I'm going to remove the new week opening gap annotation. I don't know what this blue line is. So so far we touched it one tick. We did not go lower. And the next two contracts I will just take off together. So the 5 minute looks like it'll close below. Obviously we still have 1 minute left, but the 5 minute looks like we're going to close below. So I'm watching this closely. This looks like this looks like a nice little classic retracement, and then so 1 more minute on the 5 minute. Remember I said I'm looking at this opening price. If we do reject out the 5, do we get below here? If so, then it looks good. So far, looks pretty good. Want to see if this inverses. Obviously still 40 seconds left, so don't get too antsy, but I will put my stop here now, because if it's going to come back up here, then it's likely just to hit our break even. So stop has been secured, 75 ticks. And I'm looking to close at, okay. I'm going to take more off there. That was crazy. I have one little runner. What just happened? Oh, I have one little runner left. I'm going to see how much this guy can run. I will put my stop right here. And I'm going to see how much this guy can go. Hopefully this guy's a runner. You know? Hopefully that this little boy is a runner. But yeah, there you go. That's your classic model on a range day bias. We poked through that level that I was looking at, so that's why I took another partial. I remember I said I did say I was gonna full close, but the fact that this should stab like that, this looks like it might just be one of those days. So if we can get something off at previous week's low, that would be amazing. Also the stop is obviously safe. Not safe, but it's plus 150 ticks, so it's not the worst. We could have perhaps managed it a little bit better, you know, maybe taken off. I think this is good. I mean, we followed the rules, that's what matters. So previous week's low, like I said, is my last objective. And I know I said ideally I wouldn't be looking for it, but what made me change that? The fact that we touched the 5 and then got the inversion, looks like we're going to hunt that previous week's low. And based on this candle, I don't know if you guys saw that spike in speed. Obviously seeing that candle made me think that we were going to go lower. So I like where my stop's at. It's plus 150 ticks at the stop. So if we want to get previous week's low, we can get it. If not, let me make sure there's no SMT there actually. No, there's no SMT there, so we're about to get the 4-hour order block as well. And we'll probably look for a full closure any minute now. So this may look like an amazing trade, but it pretty much just averaged out to like 2.2 R. But I'm happy we secured it. I feel like it easily could have reversed here. Nothing wrong with 2 R. Almost at that previous week low, and then we're going to close it right there. So I'll let you guys watch this because I trailed my stop loss to my TP on Top Step X. So we'll see. I just trailed my stop to my TP, and I want to see how far we can get. We can get some extra points here because this candle is going. So I'm literally just trailing the stop. Yeah, see? So we should have, I mean, the other one was paper. This one's the one that matters. Notice how I just trailed my stop to my TP. And we'll probably close it. Something like this. See if we can get a little more juice, you know? It's free. You might as well do it. We already secured like an extra 10 points, so helping the risk reward out there. Just trailing my stop. See if the next candle just dumps as well. When we get some extra, it looks like we'll probably get the boot here. My stop's at no logical level. I'll put my stop here now. See how we just got like free juice? Like we just got extra for no reason. I should have done this with the, I had 2 micros running here. I should have just done this. See, we're just literally getting free points. No strategy involved whatsoever. And there's 500 ticks. I'll probably just put this here. See if we get, and there you go, we're out. So managed to secure about 2.5R. So see how you can just get free juice like that? You might as well do it. All right, let's open up the chat here. Insta, did you take the protraction or the classic? This is the most important thing. Everyone's saying stuff right now, but I need to see if Insta took. Oh, Insta took both? W. Yep, just glad I didn't hesitate that when the model formed. Oh, you took Toffee, you took both? You took Toffee, you took it here and here? I'll be so happy, bro. I mean, even if you just, if you guys saw the PO3 I added on the 5-minute, nice, bro. But my selling TP buttons won't show up on TopStep X. Can you help with that? I don't even have that. I just right click. So when I'm on TopStep X, what you can do, if you wanted the buttons, you gotta click add components, and then DOM, and then you gotta click buy and sell. But me personally, I just right click market buy or sell. Just keep it chart simple. I'm also double monitor, right? So I was at 1.4K 8 minutes into open. My target first level we took partials with W day. Nice, bro. Can you review my trading go? Yep, I can review it after. Good shit, Toffee. 5 cons at 0.5R. I'm not sure what you're asking, brother, exactly. I'm happy now. What are you happy about? Took the same trade but entered a little earlier than you. Nice, bro. Did you take like turtle soup? Or like a 50-second? Daddy, my stop loss got break even on the Diddy candle on market open. Were you in longs or shorts? Gaddy, I'm feeling it this week. We green. Let's get a green week, bro. It's a good start. I'm not even gonna ask for a green week, bro. I'm just gonna ask for not hesitating when my model formed. If your stop loss got broken even here, it's because you probably went break even too early. Notice even when we were here, I didn't even move my stop. Only once we formed that 5-minute is when I moved my stop. So stop loss management is very important for me. I did take that sell. What are you trading? This is NQ. You took the CFTC as soon as it formed. Oh, like you market sold 933. Yep, I was a little slow there, you know, and it almost went without us because I was trying to calculate my risk. So I almost missed this. I wanted to take it as soon as I saw the CISD, but I needed to. I had to calculate my risk, so I was trying to really speed up. Like that's why I stopped talking for a sec because I had to calculate. I was 1,700 in profit when I went break even because I entered at 910. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what happens with 930 though, right? I mean, I know it might be hard to re-enter after you just get that happen, but you had the right bias. I don't signal, but but I do struggle with SL placement, so I copied you. Not gonna lie. Nah, it's fine, bro. As long as you learn, like, how low can we go? I didn't expect much more than previous week low. I talked about, if you looked at my weekly outlook, I talked about the fact that I'm going to teach you guys something now. You know, I'm going to talk about 2 things. So stay tuned for the second one because I think, bro, I swear I think it's going to help you guys so much. But what I was going to say was, when we have a CISD, just listen closely. This is just, I don't know if ITT's ever talked about this. This is something I found in like 1,000, 2,000 trades. When we have a CISD, any time frame, it does not matter the time frame. When you have a change in the state of delivery, always anticipate some level of liquidity to be grabbed. This is the only sell side liquidity on the daily, which is why I said on my outlook, if you were in the Discord, now I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really expect it today. I mean, like I said in the stream, this would be like a very far reach. I wouldn't expect that, but you know, if you were in the Discord, I literally said TGIF 20%. We don't need to go there today. No, but I think we will, just based on how this is forming. It's probably going to go there. But because we have the CISD, that's why we can take out this daily low. You're not getting revealed on the 28th. I mean, we'll see. I don't like to like get happy, because once you get happy and something happens and you get cooked, then you get sad. I'll check out your guys' charts. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to find a re-entry on this. This looks like it's just gonna go. We could have held it even longer if we just trailed our stop a little more. But what's the easiest way to work out lot size? Just go based off your risk. Honestly, I'm not that good at calculating lot size. But yo, so basically, I'm gonna show you guys something. I don't know in very nice. Very nice. Where did I post this? I said I was gonna post my charts. Did I post it here? Oh, I guess I didn't really say. I guess I said it more in gems, but I said in gems, key levels that can offer high probability shorts. Previous week TGIF. And that would be 20%, 30%. Obviously, I marked this out before. And then if you go back today, you can see the 20% here. And the high, and then the dump. ES took it. I would still expect NQ to go take it. But that's just me. You just deserve this winner. I like how confident and aggressive you are now. It's a lot easier when the chat's completely minimized. Yep, I would still expect it, Toffee. I would still expect it. ES just might reach lower, you know? I would personally still today. It may not happen today. It doesn't happen. It can literally come here and engineer an equal low, just like that other day we shorted and we missed out. This is the 930 Judas swing model. This is my classic model. Do I have a picture of it? My classic model. So accumulate pre-market, premium high, discount low. CISD, just literally the perfect classic model. It even formed a little bit with double purge. We engineered the low, the high. We got the breaker. We got the order block. Classic model. 930 volatility carried us this trade. Notice how we don't need the macro. We don't need the macro. What do I expect at 10 a.m. open? I'd look for something like this. Can I see how many pips my trade is? I have no idea. CAD JPY analysis? Sure, bro. I do have a Forex account, so let's check out some pairs. And by the way, you know what? I won't take a trade on my Top Step accounts, but I don't mind staying here and outlining another trade. For example, a short from this 5-minute, if we get it. The thing is, so for me to look for a trade now, we have to retrace and inverse. How much you made on the 50K? 1.1K. CAD JPY. You said CAD JPY analysis, like daily? I mean, the daily chart looks pretty bearish. Yep, you can correlate for sure to find your entry. This isn't the cleanest. I want a short. If I was trading this, I'd look for a short. I mean, you could probably look for previous week's low as well. I'm new here. What's up, bro? No, I didn't pass the 150K trade if I count. We had 1 day left on the rebuild, and we just sent it. And we did not pass. We just went basketing and realized we don't need the macro. Yep, I only look for the macro on the reversal or protraction model. But when it's classic, on the classic model, 930 volatility will kick in. If we take out this low, I probably wouldn't look for any more trades. Recap? Yep, we'll do a recap. We will do a recap. Euro USD, I was bullish on Euro. Did Euro USD go higher or no? Damn, it already took out the highs. Yeah, I was kind of looking for this on Euro. Did that happen during London? There was someone in my Discord looking for, it happened in Asia and then London. Check out my bio. No thanks you. This PA has been miserable. I mean, this wasn't too bad, but I guess to each their own. You know, there's a lot of, listen. There's a lot of people who sometimes say, you know, there's good PA, then there's a lot of people who say there's bad PA. It's different for everybody, you know? Like, in my opinion, this was really clean. But I can understand if this wasn't for you, then that's the thing, and that's fine, bro. For some people, their model did not form here, you know? Maybe they wanted a fair value gap here, or they wanted it to retrace into this fair value gap, and they missed it, you know? And that's okay, man. That's okay. You could have maybe seen this inversion, but for some people, their model didn't form here, and that's okay. And start to think, imagine we left a runner to that minor sell side, which would have been insane. That was a 250-point trade. Damn, you're still in it, bro? Damn. If your model didn't form, switch your model. I mean, that is kind of true. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, realistically, there wasn't that many ways to get in. You either took the turtle soup, the CISD/breaker. You could have taken that inversion, I guess. You could have taken this inversion. So there's about 4 entries there. For me personally, I'm just saying for me that I could have taken. I gave out free no, bro. No one watches signals, bro. Now I switched my models like August, and my model started breaking the week after. I'm trading 10 a.m. power 3 for the last week. Literally all moves happen on market open. I agree with you. That does happen quite a bit of the time, brother. That's why I started trading 9:30 power of 3. Just makes more sense. CSD breaker. Yep, CSD breaker. Literally, like, bro. Tell me. Listen, guys. Come on. Like, literally, come on, bro. Of course the Gen students took this freaking trade, bro. Look at it. It's literally the exact same thing. Like, you can't. It's textbook. We accumulated pre-market. Hold on. Let me make this as clear as possible, bro. We accumulated pre-market. We manipulated. That's this. We get the inversion. That's step 1. Step 2 is the breaker. Notice the opening price marker here. Notice the opening market price. We manipulate above 930, and then the breaker forms below 930. That's your signature that it's going to go lower. Discount lower imbalance. Like, this is literally the exact same thing that just happened. Like, so I'm really glad. I'm not trying to brag. What I was going to say was I'm just glad I didn't hesitate, you know? And the one thing we didn't do was use the standard deviations. But that's because I already knew where I was going to take profit, take my partials. Just closed 12R. Very good job, bro. Very good job. Didn't take it because I wanted better RR. Didn't think we'd move this much. Did you take anything? We did take the short, and that'll probably make my session, if I'm being honest. I was bullish too, bro. Got a lot to learn. We can talk about it, bro. Was there a reason why you were bullish? Can you rule my trade in gold, New York 1 hour OB after you finish? Yep, let's review it, bro. I'm here. Can you explain why you was bearish? Because I was pressing bullish. 100%. We can do a full review. Let me just recap this person's trade. Someone said 1 hour OB. 1 hour OB. The short. What time did you enter? Ahmad? Any traders, 800 points in 2 days is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Nice short. Appreciate you, bro. This model, is it okay if it doesn't retouch the IFEG? I don't want it to see it retouch the IFEG. It shouldn't touch the IFEG. We did catch that short, yeah. Obviously, we didn't get it the best TP here, but I really didn't expect it to go that far. But you know what? It did, and that's okay. I followed my rules. So I guess it's going to dump until PM. Really? Really, bro? Really? If it does touch, then yes, I expect it to hold, right? If it does. But the best trades, it won't touch. I don't want to see it touch. I want to see it remain heavy. Think about it. Why would it touch? Price moves for liquidity or imbalance, right? Liquidity or imbalance. We took out liquidity, and we just inverted this imbalance. There's no imbalance here. This is not an imbalance. So why would price go there? You know? If it does, then you can expect it to go lower. You just have to remember that. This is a balanced price range. There's no imbalance in this price range. We took liquidity. There's no imbalance. So now there's liquidity higher, and that's it. The only thing higher from this point on is the liquidity right here. So, but remember, we're not expecting that to get taken. So if we're not going to come up to this liquidity, then why would we go higher? We're not going. It's not an imbalance. This is a balanced price range. It's a balanced price range. Also, we touched the order block. So that's your kind of fair value signature. Can you review my trading goals? Yeah. What time? I was looking for it. I'm not sure what time you entered. Just tell me the time. Which is your broker to use? I use TopStep, so it's not a broker, it's a prop firm. How much do you enter? Like, how do you know it's gonna rebound? What's the final confirmation? How do you enter? Like, how do you know it's gonna rebound? I'm gonna show you right now, brother. You ready? How did I know? Because I was bearish. I called out all the levels, and I saw this. So I wasn't waiting for anything specific. This is the model. This is as soon as I saw the CISD, I shorted. That's it. That's all I need. What do you think about a reversal from 10 till 11 p.m.? You know what? As funny as it may sound, that's possible. I wouldn't say a full reversal, but you enter on the breaker on the IFG. They're all at the same level, so it doesn't matter. For me, so this is how I do it. See how this inversion's here, then this CIC, it's all pretty much the same. The way I do it is as soon as this inversion happens, I'm looking for entry. It's up to me. I can market sell it right as soon as it inverses if I want. I can wait for it to tick up. I can wait for it to touch a fair value gap maybe or the breaker. It all depends on what I think. But as soon as I saw this inversion, I mean, we called this out, by the way. As soon as 9:30 came, I said, okay, I want to see the buy side get taken, and then we'll look for a short. As soon as this got put in, I said, okay, if we inverse this, I'm shorting. It inversed. Next candle, I shorted. Why not use level 2? Don't need that. The CIC was too clean. Yep, I took the CISD. So where did I actually look to enter off? It was the CISD. Yeah, as soon as this candle touched the CISD, I started, like, I was calculating my risk and trying to short it in time. Are you entering off? Yeah, in this case I did, but it wouldn't have mattered. If you took the breaker, that's just as good. 936, it's close enough. If you took the inversion, or if you took the CISD. In hindsight, could my stop have been better? Yeah, I mean, my stop could have been better. This could have been a really good risk to reward trade. I was trying to be like, I put my stop here to start with. That's how I calculated my risk. In case it started to wake and I had to increase my stop. But in hindsight, I probably could have put my stop like right here. And this would have been a lot better. But it is what it is. We got a good trade. Can you please mark out 4-hour IFG? Yo, Ahmed, you keep telling me to review your trade, but you're not telling me what trade, bro. I thought we would rebalance to EQ after this big move in which line and loan swap, but made IFG while we're respecting it. EQ of previous day? What is CSD? Yep, changing the state of delivery. Is this the hourly? This is the 1 minute chart. We're getting a lot of questions. I'm just trying to keep up. SMT on the daily. We do have that SMT on the daily, huh? We didn't take that low. Yep, the low is not there. We did touch the rejection block though. So 820 from E20 issue from breaker. All right, there you go, brother. Let's see, 820 Eastern time. I'll tell you exactly what I personally see. You entered at 820. So you. Oh, from this OB. Yeah, that's really nice. It's a really nice spot. The reason it's a really nice spot is because it also inside the fair value gap. It's also the breaker. So it doesn't really matter how you see it, but okay, let's. Oh wait, this is the. I'm tripping, bro. It's the 1 minute chart. I was gonna say that's really clean though. Oh, from this OB. Yeah, that's an OB. So you identified your order block correctly. A lot of people don't. And then you entered here. Kind of funny how it overlaps. Yeah, this is really nice. You have the hourly OB touched. What time is this? So it's at 8 a.m. power of 3. I'd only look for -1 personally. -2 actually lines really nice. So I don't know. Did you take it off at this high? Did you let it run? And how'd you get in? Did you limit order here? Or did you take the inversion at 825? How do I get in your group and learn from you? You can message me on Discord and we can see if I think you'd be a good fit. You missed a better entry. You got the 5 minute breaker. Interesting. We have a little bit different model, but that's fine. Oh, the 5 minute unicorn. That's really nice, bro. That's a really high probability trade. I really like that trade because we swept liquidity and we got a breaker. The chances of us taking this high are pretty much like 90 at that point. So, very good. Check NQ. Yep, I'm looking at NQ. We hit that -4 standard deviations. We hit that rejection block. So notice in this model, I say at this level, we see retracement, reversal, or seek and destroy. So right now, ask yourself, are we going to reverse? If you're looking to trade, do you think we're going to reverse? Do you think we're going to go into a seek and destroy? Or do you think we're going to retrace? So, how many contracts you done in 50K? It depends on where my stop loss is too. You shorted? I did short. Why is MNQ skipping candles? I didn't think it was. What do you mean skipping candles? Do you have any videos in your gems on CISD? Yep, we've covered CISD quite a bit of times. I pretty much cover it, like I always throw it in there every single month though, because some people miss it. Some people still. What would seek and destroy look like? Seek and destroy means we're gonna keep bouncing from the, so in this case, for example, I'd look at the high. So for example, we take this high, maybe come back down, maybe take out this high, come back down. Seek and destroy means, in this context, we're gonna stay inside this range. Whoops. We're gonna stay inside this range. So discount, premium, premium, discount. So what would I look for? For example, like if I was expecting seek and destroy, this CISD would be a valid long. Where would I long to? Probably right there. Just premium. Right? So something like this. So you got something like this. Like the first premium array would be right there. So it'd be a 1 hour trade in this case. If I'm trading my seek and destroy model, where would I look? Are you in gems, bro? Can you show us your models based on market conditions? All my models are on YouTube. I have four. It's one model. It can form 4 different ways. It can be a classic, meaning it forms before the macro. Before the macro. It can be a reversal. A reversal meaning if we kept going higher here and then we reverse, that would be a reversal. It can be a protraction. Our protraction model also formed today at 9:49. So I don't know if you guys remember, but that's what we called out. So protraction model formed at 9:49, which is just a continuation. And then seek and destroy range model. I don't really teach that one anymore because it's difficult. You're missing 3. You have to refresh your chart, bro. Click Control R. What broker are you using? I'm using Trade-O-Vate with Top Step. Feels good knowing I won today, but can't get too comfortable. I feel you, bro. Are all your models on your Discord? Yep, they're all there. YouTube and Discord. Just arrived home from school. There's something nice potential entry here. I missed a move. You could look for an entry. It'd have to be like a scalp though. For example, this big fat 15-minute fair value gap possible. You're just missing data. Same to short today. Nice, bro. You looking for other shorts? No, but I can sit here and outline a potential short with you. This is a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. How do I join gems? Message me on Discord and I'll decide if I think it's beneficial for you and for me. And if we both say yes, then you can join. Gatie the best? I'm not the best. I'm just here trying to follow my model. Can you check 6E? Why is it doing that, man? I mean, it looks like we'll probably take the high because we got the CISD on the 15. So it looks like a clean buy model. This should be your second stage entry. I don't like this volatility, but this should be your second stage entry. Reverse, this is your first stage. Up, this is going to be your second stage. And it looks like we'll complete that model. Are you bullish or bearish today? I'm expecting it to range still. By the way, that hasn't changed. The fact that we can't, I honestly still expect it to kind of range. It's just a lot larger of a range than I expected. Am I bearish or bullish? I mean, I'm bearish on the weekly, if that makes sense. This happened to be not the best day in my trading period. Good shit, Laurie. Proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. If you followed your rules today, I'm proud of you. Win or lose, man. That's all that matters. I missed it. It's so angry. Why are you angry, bro? What you angry about? What's to be angry? Just took that reverse even though I missed that bullish. You caught this long, you're saying? Yep, so if I was looking for this, for example, long, like I said, This should be the first level. W 100%, bro. So is the first distribution the first retracement to the FEG? Yep, exactly. Your first stage distribution or your first stage accumulation would be that first retracement lower. So right here, small, just one candle, comes back into the volume imbalance and the CISD. Recap of the trade. Do you guys want a trade recap? Gaddy, when this happens, I mean, price just jumps one direction on market open and swept all the liquidity and hits all targets. Good question. You need to ask yourself. Do you think it's going to reverse here? Do you think it's going to reverse? If the answer is yes, then you can look for longs. Do you think it's going to retrace? If so, then look for a continuation. Number 3 is, do you think it's going to range? So do you think after all this that it's just potentially going to go sideways and going to range now? If so, then you don't trade. So it's up to you. If you think it's going to continue lower, right, then you would short this right now. This inversion, that's your protraction model. I mean, this is my model, obviously, but not your model. Depends what your model is. But if you think it's going to range, then you don't take this. If you think it's going to continue, then you know it's going to come here and potentially a little bit lower. So then you would short this right here. And it would look something like this. We can see if it plays out. What does range mean? Range means like go sideways. Gabby's showing that it's easy as fuck. It really is, man. It really is. A lot of times, I get the difficulty when people say like, oh, what do you do if this happens? What do you do if happen? What do you think is gonna happen? And if you don't know, then either you lack knowledge or it's just not clear and you're not gonna know, you know? If it's gonna continue lower, then you know it's gonna come right here, right? It's a continuation. It's going to take this low. If it's going to continue. If it's going to range, then there's no valid trades. If it's gonna range, it's just gonna keep doing this, and you're not gonna find anything high probability. So it really just comes down to what you think is gonna happen. If I had to guess, I would probably expect it to range. Like, I would, honestly, if I missed the trade, I probably would have taken this. Because it's still a high probability, like there's still a good probability that this continues lower. And I would just accept the risk, you know? Like, I would accept the risk. And if it just goes sideways, then I know I just missed the move. It's going to range, and I missed the trade. So that's what I would do personally. But what's the big red zone? That's a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So this 15-minute bearish fair value gap that's what that is right there. Recap. Okay, let's do a recap. I'm going to make it in TikTok style, and I can record it and upload it. We can do a full... It's better to miss out on a trade than lose a trade. It's 100% better to miss out than lose it. Exactly. So, all right. You guys want to do a recap? Let us do a full recap. Let's do a full recap. Talk about why we were bearish. If you had a long buy today, do you think that you would have switched your buys, taken a short? Where would I have switched my buys? I mean, that's a hard question, but I don't know. I don't think I could have had a long bias today. First thing I said was I'm looking for a short. I can't see how it can go high. What is your criteria to know if the continuation reversal, if all my targets are met? Good question. Depends on, that's like external factors. So if you see an objective that you think is high probability, then you can expect continuation. If you think the economic calendar says that we're likely to expand today, for example, this was a CPI day or a PPI day or NFP or red folder event, or we have, a volatile week, then expect expansion. But today, it's Monday, it's no news. We already expanded a lot. Kind of some red flags, that, it could, and it's going to suck if it does, and then you miss the move. I agree, it's going to sting. But it is what it is, It's still a Monday with no news, and we've already expanded and reached an objective on a higher time frame. So it's best to just assume it's going to range. And if you miss it, you miss it. But, on days where you see larger ranges like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if you have red folder news, stuff like that, it's all based on the daily range. So if you think there's going to be a large range on the daily candle, continuation. Does that make sense? Does that help? Got you, brother. Got you. I had the same questions before, so I totally understand. Okay, we'll do a full trade recap. We'll do a full trade recap. You know what? Yeah, let's do a full recap. You looking for buys? Nope, I think it's gonna go. Personally, I think it's gonna either take out this low or go sideways. That's just me though. Probably just gonna wait it out. Wait, if you want to find a higher probability trade, in my personal opinion, let the liquidity be engineered here, and then let it see if it runs on it at lunch. Lunch will usually do something like that. Okay, how can we do a nice trade recap here? All right, we're gonna do a trade recap. Okay, so chat was asking for a trade recap. I'm gonna show you guys this trade I took. We shorted right here, pretty much zero drawdown, and then partial, 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 and then the final closure as this candle came down. Obviously, we did miss a large portion of the move. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting that much expansion on a no news Monday. We got more than 2R, so I'm happy that we even got more than 2R, and it was a good trade overall. If you held it, you would have caught a lot more, but we're gonna recap the trade. So going into market, I called out in the Discord beforehand, I wanted to see a rejection from TGIF levels, so either 20 or 30%. Going into 9:30 open, which is when I trade, we trade up, sweeping the high, close below. As soon as this fair value gap formed right here, I said I want to see that inverse. This is your first presentation fair value gap. As soon as this inversed and we got a CISD right here, I was looking for my short opportunity. We also got a breaker, so I shorted right there on the order block / CISD. My stop was above this level. It could have been a little bit better at this breaker, but that's okay. You put on your standard deviations. You have -1 right there. That's low-hanging fruit. -2, -2.5, and -4 are better scenarios. Where did I take my partials? I took my partial at 50% opening range gap. I took another partial here because it was going sideways. I took another partial at the full gap closure. We also swept out some liquidity. And then the last candle, as this went lower, we took it off at a 15-minute low in discount. So I took these 3 partials, and then it kept going all the way low, and that's pretty much the trade I took. You know how Tradeify works? Pretty much same as Apex. What's the CISD? Changing the CA delivery. The TGIF levels, can you explain them? No problem, brother. So previous week, 20 and 30% of it. So a retracement, 20 to 30%. The reason that's a likely level is because it didn't happen on Friday. Usually you see this on Friday, but if you notice, this week, it did not happen. We closed all the way here and we didn't get it trailed up. No, bro, I'm not that guy. This guy said, do you have a Lamborghini? No, I don't have a Lamborghini, bro. I probably have to take my old car to the shop, actually. I have a Lexus. TGIF 20 to 30%. So of this weekly range, so it'll, when you draw it, it's gonna look like this. Oops, wrong way. It's gonna look like this. So you draw it of the previous week's range, but you need to have like the criteria met. It's not every single Monday or Friday you look for this, but in this case the criteria was met, so it's okay to look for it. Do you still have tilt? Do I go on tilt? Pretty rarely I go on tilt, to be honest. Pretty rarely. So we'll see. We were outlining this trade. Look at the bodies there. W Sheen, thanks for your free lessons, bro. Appreciate you, brother. What did you enter off of? I entered off the order block. What is TGIF? TGIF is a retracement of a weekly candle. 20 to 30% specifically. I look for longs at 21494. Good luck, bro. From this bullish fair value gap. I mean, I personally would disagree, but don't listen to me. How do you use your fib? Which fib? This one? You don't think you broke any rules? I took this inversion and I got stopped. Oh, this inversion? Did you break even? Where was your stop loss? Stopped or break even? Right above the BPR? You got to give it, I mean, it depends on where you, so for me, my rules, on this model, it's two options. I either put my stop right here, so to cover the candle that formed the fair value gap and the inversion candle, that would be right here. That's an aggressive stop. The second stop would be at the actual body high, so right there. So I get to choose, and it depends on the price action. Most of the time, I do use this though, because I want really good risk reward on these trades. So there you go. But that's okay. If you thought that, that's okay. You know, nothing wrong with that. Sell now, bro? No, I already took my shorts, but I'm just outlining this because someone said, do you think it's going to continue? So if it was going to continue, then this is how I would have gotten in. And I actually did it like this. So when I outlined it, this is a tape read. But when I outlined it, I did it like this. Gatie, what's up, away? I'm good up for the day, but right now I'm getting the temptation to enter more. Gotta walk away, brother. Trade breakdown. I just did a trade recap, Yoshi, but pretty much since you understand most of the concepts, it's my classic model. So I'm looking 930 volatility to send us to my objective. Rejected off 20% in TGIF, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for this from yesterday. I decided that I wanted to look for shorts from these levels. Anyway, we still have buy side at 930. We already engineered the low. That's your double purge. Inversion here of first presentation. And then I entered off the CISD. How do you use standard deviations? No problem, brother. I'm going to explain it to you like no one's ever explained it to you before. You ready? There's two people ask me now. See this manipulation leg? So from low to high, this candle, this range, manipulated 70 points. Does that make sense? 70 points. So if we're going to manipulate 70 points, if we're going to have a price leg higher of 70 points, you would expect that if we're going to distribute lower, it should at least do the same opposite. So if we're going to go 70 points up as a fake, we should have at least 70 points down as a real. Like a real distribution. So -1 is your low-hanging fruit. Because it doesn't make sense to manipulate 70 points and then like stop right here. That doesn't make sense. You know -1 is a high probability objective. In a good distribution where you're expecting large range expansion, now in this case I wasn't really, right? I was more expecting of a range, which is why I partialed here and here and here and here. But we ended up getting a full expansion, which I was not expecting, but nonetheless, then you don't just expect -1, because remember, it's going to be a large distribution. It's going to be a large range. That's when you look for -2 to 2.5, right? And then your best case scenario, if you have a higher time frame objective that you think is going to be met, ideally that objective aligns with -4. That's just kind of how the candles form, and they form their range. It's just a probability and a measured move. Does that make sense? So -4 standard deviations is 70 points once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. 4 hour equal lows. I'm not sure if the 4 equal lows. Yeah, if it's this low right here, the minor sell side on the daily, that's what I marked out from a while ago, or from the weekend when people ask me. So if you guys look at the Discord, obviously I didn't give you guys a full thing, but I marked out the 20% TGIF level. This is from Sunday. I marked out 20% TGIF, and I marked out the minor sell side. We hit 20% TGIF. We got the minor sell side. It could have came higher. I would have looked for the same thing. Is it making a retracement or reversal? I would assume it's a... I mean, right now it looks like it might just go sideways, but I think this goes lower. It looks like it's going to go lower. 3-minute IPG. Have you enter a short? I've already shorted. I'm done for the day, but this looks like it'll go lower. What's the difference between minor sell side and sell side liquidity? Your sell side liquidity refers to the entire range. Your minor and major sell side is your most recent high and low. So if you look at the daily charts, right, the whole range is right here. This is the entire the dealing range, meaning the last time we swept sell side liquidity was right here. So this is your sell side liquidity. But we have a low right here. This is minor. This is minor. This is minor. This is major. Why is this major? Because we swept out the highs. So this is your range high. This is your dealing range high. But this is not your dealing range high. Not on the daily chart, at least. This is just the daily. Picked up some top step evals. Let's run it up. 10 PAs by 2026. I believe in it, brother. You got it. I mean, you can't have 10 on top step, but you can have 5. Does that make sense, brother? What do you think about gold? Look at GU. We can look at gold and GU. Gold looks like it's going sideways last I remember. I think I was bullish. Yeah, I'm bullish on GU and EU right now, personally. I'm bullish on EU and GU. We got the weekly CISD, so I think the weekly high is a fair objective. Yo, big man, how you feeling? Feeling good, bro. How are you, man? It's been a while since we talked. How are you, man? What do you think about gold? We can look at gold as well. 5, that's 5. Yeah. Damn, bro. I mean, you just got to be bullish on gold all-time high. Just keep looking for longs, in my opinion. Or scalps. Just kind of is what it is. Until we get a CISD, then it's not valid. This is not a CISD because it did not sweep liquidity. So, can you show your perfect New York reversal model? New York reversal or 930 reversal? A little bit different there. Like daily power of 3 or 930 power of 3 is what I'm asking you. What will you do if you have high time frame PD rate, both bearish and bullish? It's not about the PD rate, brother. It's about your buys first. Just chilling as grinding, took some nice shifts today. Nice, bro. I see you been hitting the gym, bro. I always watch your videos. There is CISD on a high time frame for NQ. Yep, we have a daily CISD, which is why I thought we were gonna reach this level, the blue line. Cause I longed today. Everyone took that same short. Yeah. I think this one's, I don't want to say easy to find. It's not easy or not, you know? If you have it, listen, the truth is, if you have a defined model and maybe you wrote it out, me personally, I have to write it out. I have to write it out. But if you have a model where you know what you're looking for, then a lot of models will cover this entry. If your model doesn't, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, right? Maybe your model says there's no entry here. Nothing wrong with that. I'll talk about the 930 reversal. I'll just show you slightly. So same thing. This is A plus if we have a double purge. Notice how it's very similar to classic. The only difference is we expand higher towards premium, higher imbalance. Usually this is in the macro. Inside the macro. So in this case, the reason it's a classic model is because we only expanded 2 candles. So I'm using 930 volatility as my time to carry this trade. Like I said, remember when I said I want to see speed here and I want to see speed here? That's because we're at 930 volatility is still in play. I want to see that move. Yep, I have a free Discord, brother, if you want to join up. But as soon as 950 comes, it's different. So let's say my reversal model, Eugenio, would be if we went up here and then we kept going up. Then I look for reversal around 950, 10, 1030. You know? That's the difference. If we actually, and it doesn't matter how high we go. What matters is the time. The time. But realistically, you could just use them both. A lot of the time, they are going to overlap. It's just usually your classic model will form before. You want to join? Yeah, join, bro. It's all you. Links in my bio. You'll probably have to copy paste it into the browser, but it's there for you. All the resources are there, free. What do you think about gold? Yeah, bullish on gold until proven otherwise. No reason to be bearish. Some great advice right there, fellas. Yes, sir. Because sometimes 930 will just be like super choppy. You know, it happens where it just goes. But when it forms like this, a little bit too clean for me. Yep, we took this trade. You missed the move. Did your model tell you to take the trade and you missed it, or did you just missed it? You're not taking this short? No, I already took a win today. I was never taking this. I was just outlining because someone asked me, what do I think is gonna happen? And I told them if I missed this, I probably would have taken this. So it's just a tape read. This is my protraction model. So since we're showing all the models, simple, retrace into a fair value gap and then inverse. This is a retracement into a fair value gap and then an inverse. Very simple model. You know, and you know it's gonna take this low because it's a continuation. So the TP on this stuff is really easy. How do you find liquidity? Swing highs and swing lows. After taking this low, how much lower do you think we go today? If we take this low, I think it's possible we reach the minor sell side on the daily. But realistically, if I was in this, I would probably partial here and then close the rest somewhere here. Because it can still range, you know? It's still possible it just ranges. Yep, I entered on the CISD / the inversion. So like market sell on the CISD / inversion. Anywhere in this area is fine. 937.75. 97.75. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at, but for me, this low, this imbalance, this low, and then this. How did you find the order block? This? That's your order block. I'm in this parcel already. Nice, bro. Check out the 1 week time frame. You're going bearish around 2100. It's possible. It's definitely possible. So you wouldn't hold for that weekly low? Oh, on a day like this? I mean, depends. If you put your stop at Monday's high and you let this go, yeah, it could happen. It's possible. The weekly low is far. On the daily to you said on the daily to I don't know what level that is, bro. Are you on the MNQ or are you on the H contract delivery? Yeah, I'm really not sure what you're looking at, bro, if I'm being honest. What period did you get short on there? I shorted off of the inversion fair value gap / the order block right here. So they both overlapped. Or the breaker. They pretty much all overlapped at the same level. So in terms of my classic model, any of these three at this specific setup is fine. Hi, new here. Do you trade live every day? Yep, I'm every day here, brother. Am I crazy for trying to find longs? We're so overextended to the downside. Who says we're overextended? Can you analyze US 30 until it's biased? I mean, let's see what it looks like. That's perfect equal high. Probably the same level on it, Zip. Just tell me what the what day is it? I would enter if it, but for me this high was not enough. Why? Give me 1 sec, Adam. I'll help you. I mean, gold US 30 looks pretty bearish as well. We could probably reach any discount array in this level in this price range, and then final max objective would be this. It looks pretty bearish, but don't try to go so far. For now, just look for premium and discount. So you have this low right here. That could be a trade setup, right? This fair value gap right here, that could also be a trade setup. Monday, third low. Oh, here. Yeah, that could for sure be an objective. Liquidity you've got passed, I swear to God. What are you talking about, bro? Okay, Adam says, I would enter it, but for me, this high was not enough. This high right here, then you just don't know what you're looking for. Or your model criteria wasn't met, and that's okay. You don't have to catch every single move. Double top, FEG, price push down. If that's how you see it and it works for you, then good job, bro. How do you find fair value gaps? When the first candle and third candle do not overlap, it creates an imbalance. If it breaks 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, then it's gonna flush. I don't know about flush, but possible, sure. I shorted today, yep. You know who's not here today? Ryan's not here, bro. Where's Ryan, bro? That guy's always in here. So in love. What strategy do you use? I use power of 3. That's all I trade. It's finally my model. It's my final model, and it will never change. Well, I think that covers pretty much everything. Where are you from? I'm from Canada. I'm Arab. You trade OBs and liquidity? OB is just one way I enter a trade. Are you in the trade right now? No. I didn't take this trade. I was just outlining this trade because someone in my stream said something along the lines of, how would I get in if I missed the move? I said, if I think it's going to continue, then I would short it right there on 9.18. It's just my model correct. So I'm just saying, my model formed again here. If I'm bearish, my model formed again. But I already took a nice winning trade. I didn't want to take a second trade. How has this year been for you when it comes to trading? January was not the best for me. I think we broke even in January. But February's been not too bad. Can you explain the model? Which one? I have 4 setups. If you want to learn my model, your best bet would just be go on YouTube. But no SMT. I personally don't need SMT on any of my trades. Just a bonus. Bro, I can't find the A+ setup and end up losing after the big movement. Any tips? You probably need a well-defined model, brother. You go live every day? I'm here every day, brother. I don't read chat while I'm trading, but I will be here speaking out loud, reading my model, reading the candles. We know how to we how to know FEG run or retrace trade but have FEG below. How to know if an FEG is gonna, how do you know if it's gonna touch an imbalance? You have to gauge the order flow. If it's really, really bearish, it's not gonna touch. Is Power 3 a hard strategy? No. You could probably learn it pretty. The actual model itself is not hard. The difficult part is if you have the correct drawn liquidity. Have you tried Dom? No, I've never tried Dom. Missed the move. Any other trades for today? I think this was your second opportunity to get in. Well, for me, third. This would be it. Backtest, find your edge, only look for your edge, stop trying to trade every move. I don't know if you already respond to this, but what do you think can happen the rest of the week? Sweep all that's outside liquidity in the 4-hour reversal, go to all-time highs. I don't try to predict the entire week, but I will say, yeah, I mean, what I will say is this, man, these equal lows are really clean. And I was bearish on this, and I tried to short it towards it, and ended up wicking. These lows are clean. I don't know if it's going to go there. It could. Right now, we're just back in the range, so there's not much to say. We're in a range, right? This is your previous dealing range. So not much has happened. We left the range a little bit, and then we just came back into the range. So we're still range bound. There's really nothing true telling that we're gonna go lower or higher, in my opinion, yet. Buys for tomorrow depends how today closes. If we get a nice closure higher, we could expect this fair value gap to be traded to, and then go from there. I took around 25 trades last week. Everyone was a short with top stat tweak about it. Nah, you're fine. Hi, Gatie, you ever tried using Bookmap for confluence on your levels? Nope, I've never tried that. I probably never will. I don't think I want to learn anymore, because if you have done, you can get significantly better confirmation. I think that's subjective, but I'm happy with my trades and my model. This is NASDAQ. What time frame do you prefer trading on? I almost always execute on the 1 minute, but I scan them all. How do you align time frames? I don't. I execute on the 1 minute every time. I don't believe in time frame alignment personally. I don't think it makes sense. I don't like it personally. I don't like it when, let's say, like, I don't like it when people say, oh, if we touch this 4-hour fair value gap, I have to wait for a 15-minute confirmation. Like, what? Bro, this is the NASDAQ. It's going to be volatile. It can literally reject within 1 to 2 or 3 minutes after touching that level. What's more important than like time frame alignment, in my opinion, is just the time in which we traded into the PD array, and then whether or not we get a confirmation, right? That's it. That's like literally it. I don't see why you have to wait for a 15-minute, because it's 4-hour. Like says, I don't know, maybe it helps it become more probable, but that's just me. That's just me personally. I don't know. That's just me. If it works, I'm not saying it doesn't work. And you know what? It probably does help you lose losses. Do you ever trade ES? Very rarely. You know, every time I make the switch, I usually regret it. Because why do you use the 1 minute liquidity? Because in this specific example, I knew what I was looking for. I wanted to see this. But I don't know why this. I want to see this. This is my model. This is my classic model. I was looking for my classic model and it formed, so I took the trade. So I didn't need it to go any higher. It also overlapped with the exact level I was expecting to reject, which was 20% TGIF. You trade gold pretty rarely. I do have a Forex account, but I don't trade it often. Take care, Eugenio. See you tomorrow, brother. If you have any questions, brother, just DM me. Thanks. Got you, brother. Sometimes I expect it to, you know, manipulate higher. Sometimes I don't. So you only trade 1 minute, no 15-minute PD array? No, I definitely use higher time frame PD arrays. It's all about narrative. In this case, I didn't use any 15-minute PD array. I just used the TGIF 20% level. Yep, we took one trade. Shorted here, partial, final close. We got a little bit better. So if I show you guys Top Step X, we got a little bit better fill. So we got it to 21612. This was 620. Wait, that's all we got? 612? That's lame, bro. I thought we got way more than that. You can't deny that there is a time frame alignment. The problem is know how to find one. You can't deny that. Of course I can deny it. Of course I can deny it. ICT's never talked about time frame alignment, and it just doesn't make sense. You're smart. Appreciate you, bro. Why did you trade gold? Is there a reason for it? I just prefer NQ. Like the whole time frame alignment thing is just, it's almost just like made up. Like I guess all of these concepts are made up, so I guess what I said doesn't really make sense. But the idea is, I just don't see why you have to wait for a 15-minute confirmation from a 4-hour level. You know, for example, I guess sometimes you can narrow it down 15-minute and 1 minute, but like are people waiting for time frame alignment here? So what? You just don't take a trade? This is a pretty obvious. I'm not gonna say pretty obvious. I'm sorry. Everyone's model is different, but in my opinion, this is a trade that doesn't really have any higher time frame PD rate. And I'm not saying don't trade without higher time frame PD rates, but I don't know. That's just me. Are you trading full time? I do it full time, but it's not my full time income. I'm not good enough yet. I still got some improvements to be made. Do you look at pivot candles and demand zones? Nope, never looked at that once. Yeah, your trade was good. Appreciate you, bro. Just glad I didn't hesitate. That's all. Model form, didn't hesitate. To me, that's all that matters right now. If I can continue not hesitating with my model form, then I think we'll be fine. So, win or lose, to me right now, it doesn't really matter. Is the gray SL? No, gray is TP. Sorry if that's confusing. I'm just outlining the other trade that my model formed. Did you expand your macro? No, brother. I'm not changing anything in my model. And it's not my macro. It's ICT's macro. What's the most important concept you use? I mean, they're all important. Liquidity imbalances, probably the most important. Win rate? I usually average around 60. Some months get really good. Some months get worse. This is in theory. That's my problem. I hesitate. Can you give a trade overview if you haven't already? How can you give me like an hour, brother? Or let's say 30 minutes? Because I already recorded it. I'm going to post it on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So in 30 minutes, I'll just post a video and it'll be there. Is that fine? What's the most important? Yeah, liquidity and imbalances, I guess. That's probably the most important. How did you find your January win rate? My January win rate was like 50, but I did not manage my risk appropriately. So we ended up breaking even, unfortunately. Are we going to sell off? I don't know, but if I was in this trade, I'd put my stop right here. And just get out of this slow choppiness. I know time. This is you. I guess we can edit. No, I really can't edit it here. But was my editor back? What are the key factors to this fall and the fall of US 30? Probably the displacement on the daily chart, I would say, is why we continue today. Just that displacement. How much time have you been trading until you got profitable? How much time? I don't know. I got my first payouts like 5 months. I still have a ways to go, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I have a ways to go. Everything is predicted off S&P 500. That's just completely incorrect, bro. You think NBA Youngboy can sing? I haven't listened to him in a long ass time. He has some nice songs, I guess. Are we gonna sell off? What does that mean, sell off? Why does everyone keep saying that? Like, are we gonna take out this low? Yeah, I think so. That's the trade we took, or sorry, outlined. How long you been trading in general? How long when did I start my journey? Because I started trading support and resistance when I first started. What if you risk 20 million on one tick? You'll probably lose the trade. Predicted. All three market and SUS. Predict. Are you trying to say predicted or predicated? I don't know what predicated means, but that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard, bro. No, they don't just all follow the S&P 500. They're all correlated to each other. All three indices are correlated. Do you think we could try to long inversion if we sweep NQ low? It could be not a bad idea of a retracement, but I think we could potentially take out the minor sell side. Yes, they do. The S&P 500 is the backbone of the economy. This is ICT teaching. No, it is not, bro. Find me one instance where ICT said that. I mean, since you started trading, how long has it been? Since I started trading ICT, or since I started my full journey, including support and resistance, everything. You're on the Discord? Welcome, brother. Full trading. I started in, I think it was August 2023, August. Why didn't you enter this one? Because I already caught this one. I didn't want to risk any more profits. Don't buy, prove yourself. You have a profitable system first. What are the best ways for someone wanting to buy 50K valuation? Make sure you have a profitable model. And it's not even about, listen, it's not even about having a good model. It's about having confidence in the model. If you do, listen very closely. If you do not believe that your mod, like if you don't trust your model, if you don't truly have confidence in it, you're not going to succeed. You need to truly believe in it. If you don't believe in your model, you're not going to follow it. That's just the truth. Is the S&P 500 not the leading asset? Bro, that is just so... That's just like the dumbest thing ever, bro. Like, why would you think that it's just the leading... Why would it be the leading asset? What does that even mean? Everything just follows the S&P? That's just not true whatsoever. They're correlated assets. They're correlated. They move the same. Majority of the time. Trading MMXM PO3 also. Yep, the model is very easy to get a good model. There's 1,000 billion models that work, man. You could even trade support and resistance and be profitable. 1 minute OB holding for shorts. Yeah, all the OBs are holding, which is why I said I'd put my stop right there. If I took this, obviously we didn't take the. Do you trade crypto or just indices and forex? I don't trade crypto anymore. The S&P is the leading asset, meaning the top 500 companies in the U.S. are composed of it. It's not the top 500 companies in the U.S. That's incorrect information. It's the top 500 something and something. What's the S stand for? Like Synergy and Composite or something? Standard and Poor's, yeah. Composite. Yeah, there you go. Any trades yet? Yep, we caught a piece of this short. I'm talking about the previous low at 10.07. This is not an OB. Not on the 1 minute chart. This is the OB. Assuming you're marking out with ICT's concepts. The correct annotation of the OB would be like this. This is just the last candle of the OB. What was your trade for the day and confluences? I'm going to post a trade recap, brother, in approximately like 20-ish minutes. So if you just want to wait for that, it'll cover the entire trade in like 30 seconds. So the short's taking forever. For real. I just want to see if it's going to hit. Are you profitable? I could be better. Did you watch 2025? Yes. I watch it, but just for fun. I don't take notes. I don't study it. It's just, you know, sometimes I watch it. Like I've been having good months recently, but I could be better. We tend to have good months and then lose it. Do you have any mentors? I personally never had mentors. I just watched ICT on YouTube. It's going to take a lot of time because you have to watch all the content, find your model on your own, learn from your own mistakes. So if you have the money, I would personally invest in a mentor. But if you don't have the money, then just watch ICT. Nothing wrong with that. What is your model? Power of 3. Why is gold manipulation so large? It's just very volatile. It's slow, but not volatile. Manipulated, I guess you could say. What are the best rants ICT has? I like the one where he talks about just give this 6 months. I like when he talks about his son because I feel like it's pretty relatable. I just fucking blew my first live 50K. Live or funded? He's a lot of good rants. I like even his shotgun Saturdays are pretty good. You guys miss his old rants though. When he used to talk on Twitter Spaces, bro, those rants hit different. Are you gonna trade right now? No, I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna take the 1 win and walk. How much more do we need to pass? I already need 1 more win if we risk 500. Generate low after a tap into daily FHU created today. Possible, for sure possible. Some of his rants are truly hardcore ruthless. Trade recap. I'm gonna post the trade recap in 30 seconds, brother. Reason for shorts. I'm gonna post it. You know what? I'm gonna show it. Yep, this is the trade I took. I'm gonna edit it right now, and then I'll post them for when it's ready. Actually, I can't really edit it right now. All right, you guys need to. What I'll do is I'll probably end the live in a bit. I just overtraded today, even though I was up 0.6 point. Is this your first funded account, brother? Because if so, welcome to the team, bro. Because that should be happening to probably almost everyone who gets funded. Where can I see the SMT of gold like NQ and ES? Look at silver and look at DXY. Reason for shorts, I was bearish. Hit my level, hit my model. Just sitting in physics class, just taking shorts on NQ. Relatable, bro. Yeah, man, what do I do? Let me ask you something, AZ. Do you have confidence in your model? Cola, you want to be my editor, bro? I think my other guy quit, bro. I don't know what this guy's saying. I don't know, man. He was doing so good, but he went on a trip, he said, and then he hasn't gotten back to me since. Is it impossible for someone to pass their first funded? No, it's not impossible. You'd have to be very disciplined, though. AZ, did you leave, bro? Did you ask me for advice? Oh, yeah, man. I just took a setup. Okay, so you trust your model. So I think you should get another account. You just gotta trust your model, you know? If you truly trust your model, it should be a lot easier to follow it. What do you think about 4-hour power of 3? People talk about what is the difference from your model. I trade the 4-hour power of 3. I just don't use 10 a.m. open. I use 9:30 open. It's still a 4-hour power of 3. I refer to 9:30 opening price. Just got stopped in profit. Good trade, brother. I also probably would have been stopped here. Because we hit the rejection block. We don't need to go all the way down. Appreciate you for the advice. Yep. Why does price sometimes rocket without taking a sell side like 2 pips away? Hassan, either there's an... How is 9:30 PO3 open? That's how. How is it power 3 if it's not a new candle? It is a new candle. Why does price sometimes rocket without taking sell side liquidity? Either there's an SMT there or it just engineered equal highs. Or hit some other level. Does topside let you redo the eval stage or have to cop another? Redo the eval stage? You have to get another evaluation account. You have to get another eval. Yeah, this is a 4-hour candle. 9:30 and 1:30 are your 4-hour candles. What is 9:30 power of 3? It's the power of 3 of the 9:30 to 1:30 candle. New York session. First half of the trading day. You think PM session is gonna range? I wouldn't try to. I'd have to see what lunch does first. What's the difference between power of 3 and AMD? In my opinion, AMD. I mean, realistically, it's the same thing. I'm not even going to. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And just the way I say it, it's just how the candle forms. Never heard about 930 power 3, but if it works, it works. Congrats. AMA trades. 930 power of 3. 930 is the opening price of the 4-hour regular trading hours candle. I'm trading in regular trading hours, so this is the 4-hour candle I'm trading. I don't want to use electronic trading hours and trade the 6 a.m. candle or the 10 a.m. candle because I'm going to miss 30 minutes of action that's probably relevant to my trading window. So since this candle opens up at 9:30, by the way, I still use 10 a.m. to help me frame 9:30 power of 3, but this is a 4-hour candle, 9:30 to 1:30. How do you think ITT? This is the ITT Judas thing. Why did it happen at 9:30? Because 9:30 is 4-hour candle. Can I copy trades on Tradebit? Yes, you can. Does that make sense? It's a 4-hour candle. Regular trading hours. Yes, sir. To me, I just think it makes a lot more sense than using 10 because you're missing out on 30 minutes of price action that's inside your trading window. How do you get the 4-hour? It's in regular trading hours. So the people in Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30. That's when their trading time starts. That's when the volatility comes in. So, in my opinion, that first 30 minutes is relevant. Nope, works on every single asset. I have students who trade it with Forex. I trade it with Forex now. I trade it on the weekly chart with Forex too sometimes. And how to get that in TradingView. So right here, you can switch between electronic and regular trading hours. Now, when I'm viewing the charts, I look at electronic because I want to see the data from the left. But I still just use 9:30 open. I mean, if you like, just think about it. I mean, look at 9:30 opens right here. We put in the high and then we get the reversal. You know how many winning trades, like if you just waited, if you want to make your trading so simple, just one setup, one model, you wait for it. If it's not there, it's not there. 9:30 power of 3. Just wait for manipulation above, wait for the breaker. Take it. 2R, 1R, whatever. Top 3 futures firms. What's the Forex you look up to which satisfy your Model West? Literally any, bro. I've traded them all. CAD, JPY, Euro, GBP. If you want to make it simple, just pick 2 and 6 of them. But pairs, to me, literally does not matter. Whichever one looks cleanest. But didn't hit my... You had the same trade, but didn't hit your TP? Your stop loss is incorrect then. I took shorts. Any trades? Yep, took shorts today. Obviously, we missed a decent amount of the move, but I thought it was a chance at range, so I took this short at 9:34. Top 3 futures proper. It's probably Top Step, My Fund of Futures, and Apex. How did you get your bias? From the daily chart. What was your target? I personally closed my positions at the opening range gap quadrants. So this imbalance, it's quadrants. That's where I took the majority of my position off. So at this red line and then this black line. And then I left a runner for this low. Like I was looking for these 2 lows. Pretty much. So like I was looking for there. So this isn't the best fill, but I got a better fill on top side. What about ACG? I don't know much about them. I heard they opened up something. Maybe it's good, I guess. Alpha Capital Group. Is Fib and standard deviation the same? Fib is just a tool. Depends how you use it. So standard deviations is this. This should be your standard deviations of this move. Right? A fib would be different. A fib, like a Fibonacci retracement, that would be something like this. Where you look for your Fibonacci levels, for example. Cross from the 30-minute FEG. Possible. Possible. I wouldn't trade this far deep into it, but it's possible. What's good, Ben? Any trades, gang? Yep, we caught a nice win today. You just got stopped in... Oh, nice, brother. Well, I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to post a trade recap. A lot of people were asking for it. I don't want to redo another full trade recap. If you're not in the Discord, it's completely free. If you guys want to join up, the link is in the bio for TikTok and YouTube. It's a free Discord. How many macros do you use when you trade? Depends on where my stop loss is. Depends on where my stop loss is. I just recently posted my personal full risk management plan and stop loss management plan So if you want to follow that. By the way, we also called out these shorts. So on Sunday. So I always post my stuff. It's not a signal thing, but if you want to see what I see, if you want to get some free ebooks or just chill, we have 16,000 people in here, which is amazing. So do you ever use contract? I'm assuming you mean minis, and no, very rarely I use minis. Anyways, I appreciate everyone coming through today. I will see you guys live tomorrow. We are live every single day. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to post a trade recap in about 15 minutes. So if you want to watch that, it'll be posted. Peace out, everybody. Appreciate you coming through. Let's go, Fatty. Oh, nice. I got to see your message before I ended. This is about to end, brother.